we've got our hands on something exciting, or at least we thought it would be exciting. The team at SamMobile got early access to the One UI 8 firmware based on Android 16 for the Galaxy S25 Ultra. Naturally, we're curious to see what Samsung is cooking up for its next major software upgrade. But after taking it for a test drive, the results are, well, let's just say it's not exactly the leap forward you might have been hoping for. Let's start with the big picture. One UI 8 might just be the most uneventful One UI update we've seen in a long time. That might sound harsh, but based on SamMobile's testing, it's a fair observation. While the Galaxy S24 series is still waiting for its first major Android upgrade, the Galaxy S25 series, including the S25 Ultra, S25 Plus, and a base model, is already getting an early peek at One UI 8. But this time, the new version feels more like a minor patch than a full-blown OS upgrade. There are a few new features sprinkled here and there, but they're not exactly game changers. One of the most noticeable updates is the new version of Quick Share. Now, there's a dedicated Receive tab that lets your phone remain discoverable to other devices for file transfers. It's a small but welcome improvement, especially if you often share files across Galaxy devices or other platforms. Another UI-related change appears in the Gallery app. The buttons in the pop-up menu now have a circular design, giving things a slightly refreshed look. Along with that, Samsung has added a couple of new wallpaper color options. Again, a nice touch, but nothing groundbreaking. One change that users might genuinely appreciate is how Samsung is handling Galaxy Buds pairing. On earlier versions of One UI, if you connected your buds via Bluetooth, the Galaxy wearable app would automatically launch, even though it wasn't needed for the connection. In One UI 8, that annoyance has finally been removed. You can pair your Galaxy Buds without the wearable app interrupting you, which simplifies things a bit. But here's the not-so-great part. One UI 8 on the Galaxy S25 Ultra is still pretty buggy. One of the most noticeable issues is that live notifications and the Now bar simply don't work. That bug wasn't present when they tested One UI 8 on the Galaxy Z Flip 6, so it seems specific to the S25 Ultra's early firmware. Of course, these issues are completely unexpected. This is early, non-final software, and bugs are part of the process. But it does raise questions about how close we are to a stable release, especially when Samsung hasn't even fully rolled out the previous One UI update across all devices yet. In terms of Android 16 itself, there's a new Easter egg hidden in the settings, but beyond that, most of the visible changes seem to be skin deep. SamMobile noted that the bulk of what's new appears to be under-the-hood improvements from Google, rather than features added by Samsung. That's unusual for a major One UI release, which typically includes new tools, refreshed apps, and system-level enhancements. If you are hoping for dramatic upgrades or bold design overhauls, One UI 8 on the Galaxy S25 Ultra might feel like a bit of a letdown. It's not that it's bad, it's just underwhelming. And for users who look forward to each big software update, that might be the most disappointing part. But all hope isn't lost. Samsung may still be working on additional features that haven't yet made it into this early firmware. The final version of One UI 8 is expected to begin rolling out in the next 3 months. That means there's still time for Samsung to polish things up, fix the bugs, and maybe even surprise us with a few more meaningful upgrades before the official release. So if you've got a Galaxy S25, S25 Plus, or S25 Ultra, you'll likely be among the first to receive the new update. But based on the current state of things, don't expect a major overhaul, at least not yet. We'll be keeping a close eye on the development of One UI 8 and will share any new findings as soon as they're available. Make sure to stay tuned for the latest updates on Galaxy software and hardware, and hopefully the final version of One UI 8 will have a bit more excitement in store. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.